What's going on, y'all? It's your man Breeze. Just wanted to give my little insight on these riots and the situation down in Baltimore. Number one, I want to say that the way that everything is being played out isn't 100% what it really is. Everybody's not down there just wilding out and rioting. It's a lot of peaceful protests going on. All the gang boys down there, they ain't the ones that's doing all the rioting and everything. A lot of them are the ones that's trying to keep the peace and trying to stop, other brothers from doing, dumb things or whatever. Let's look at the age bracket of the people that's involved. You seeing little kids up there, young teenage kids taking UPS trucks and stuff like that. They're youngins, so of course a young boy gonna throw a tantrum, a young girl gonna throw a tantrum. That's what kids do. You understand? Was there any adults? I'm sure there was some adults involved or what have you. But at the end of the day, what happens when a person yells out for help and they keep trying to do everything the correct way, and then they see that, this same cop, it's another cop that killed another person that looks like me. You understand? That's what they're seeing. They killing these folks, and all they getting is paid vacations, and they beating the cases, and then they getting right back to the same jobs in the same areas so they can kill yet another one of us again, and that's frustrating. So what you saw this past week in Baltimore, that's basically, feelings of frustration being drained incorrectly. There's definitely better ways to drain those feelings, but it was boiling over for a long time. We can take it back to Trayvon. We ain't even got to go all the way back to the 60s and all that. Let's go back to 2012 when Trayvon got murked, and then, you got Zimmerman that got off with that, and let's go to all the injustices that's happened since then, and it's been nothing really but peaceful protests, and nothing for our good has occurred. Seems like it's just getting worse and worse and worse, and these guys are still getting off. So, I don't condone anything that they did down there. Actually, I think, that it hurt us more than it helped us. But hopefully that outburst will maybe open up the ears, and the eyes of the powers that be to understand, look, this is a major situation. And right now, this was kids that was doing this, and look what y'all had to do with the National Guard and everything. So imagine if grown folks really mobilized and came together and really, we got our arms together. If everybody really had a plan and a purpose, and we attacked everybody on the financial side of things, and also had them, they had that physicality together just in case it had to come down to that. It could be something real major and massive and catastrophic, really, if we really were to do it in a real manner of revolution. So hopefully this will open up some eyes and ears to let them see it is a problem, and it's a problem for all of us. It ain't just black folks. It's a problem for everybody, because when it all go down, it's going to affect everybody. And it ain't just black people that's getting, police profiled and getting brutalized by police either. It's more so about class than it is about color. Real talk. So that's why I always say it ain't really a race war. We make it out to be a race war. It's a class war, and unfortunately the class that they're at war against primarily is black and brown folks, and then you have some white folks and other nationalities that are included in that as well, but it's class. It's not race so much, but we focus so much on race, you understand? But at the end of the day, race and hate's mating always causes distractions that alters our fates, and slow motion causes impatience. So we got to maintain focus in order to achieve greatness. You understand? It's a long sustained revolution that we're going to have, and it's going to have to start out with us all, number one, making sure that we do right by each other in our own communities. That's number one. Show that we care about one another in our own communities, because if we act like we don't care, if we piss on our steps, they're going to come and piss on our steps and on our couch and on our beds and everything. You give an inch, they're going to take a mile. So that's one thing. Number two, we got to make sure we get successful as individuals so we can bring it back to the collective in our communities. We got to start getting successful and leaving and saying, I got successful so I could get up out of here. No, get successful and take it back to the same places that grew you and raised you, and help out the folks that are in the same boats that you grew up in. That'll help out a lot too. because we don't have the resources in our communities, and we're sitting here waiting for the government to take care of things that we as people in our own communities could handle if we really, like I said, got it together and formulated a real plan and had a real purpose, and we ran out with that. But I could talk all day about this, y'all. I just wanted to give y'all a little fuel for your mental, for your heart, for your soul, Don't let the occurrences in Baltimore distract us from what the overall picture is, and let's control what we can control. That's why I always say control the hyphen. We don't control our start date or our end date, but that hyphen is ours, y'all, so we got to control that, you understand? Ponder and progress, y'all. Maintain focus, achieve greatness. Run on no commas, period. This is fuel for your soul, baby. It's your man, Breezy. One love.